Morning, and as you can see, it's not quite morning, it's a little bit late in the morning because the sun is shining through here. Can't make up its mind whether it wants to rain or whether it wants to the sun come out today. Which is a bit of a shame because I was going to go mountain biking early on this morning, and it was hammering it down with rain at that point in time, so I didn't. I'm going to keep it quite short and swift this week. Not a lot to say really. So I'm going to start off with, I acquired a D70 factory reset card. Those of you who've seen these ones before know how sort of anal I am about having factory restore cards in the box. This one hasn't actually managed to make it into the clear perspex yet, so I haven't managed to put it into one of those yet, so it shows you how it only sort of arrived yesterday morning. The D70 is not actually out as a keyboard at the moment, it is actually sitting just there, as I'm trying to work out whether I can get it up and running, because I do love my D70. It's one of those keyboards, you know, I love the keyboards I've got, but I really, the D70, it's just got such a nice feel to it. I don't know, the keyboard on it is really nice to play as a synthesizer keyboard, as opposed to something like the Kronos, which is sitting on here, which is a weighted hammer, and this is a semi-weighted keyboard. But that's really got a nice feel to it, and I do like playing that. I also like the sound, the tones that the D70 generates are really, really nice as well. But that's by the by. So yeah, that arrived, but it does lead me on to one thing. So if anybody knows of people making, if they're still making these cards, can they PM me and let me know who they are and how to get in touch with them. I've got a friend of mine who is actively doing some composing at the moment, and he's got some legacy tech, and he wants to back up all the sounds of all the tones and what have you that he's using for that particular piece of work onto a card rather than SysX, and he's bought a couple of cards recently, and they're battery based cards. The battery's gone. We've replaced the battery with a standard CR3023 or whatever it is, I can't remember now, battery, which is what the card needs, but the card seems to have gone US, and we're not quite sure why. We've tried reformatting on his machine, we've tried reformatting on my machine. Neither of the two will make the card work. The card keeps coming up format error, which suggests something in the card is duff. We're just not quite sure what. So if anyone knows of anybody still making these, and I've looked around the internet, I've spent quite a lot of time sort of hunting around the internet for somebody who makes the cards or is selling brand new cards, and I'm struggling a little bit. I've seen companies that are advertising them, and then you go and make contact with them and they say, oh sorry, we haven't got any stock. But it's really, if somebody knows somebody selling these brand new, that would be really useful. So get in contact. The other thing happened this week is, and I haven't actually had this out of the box, I've been trying to get this out of the box all week, and I have so far failed miserably. So this is the Sustain group. It is the VCR-1002 cartridge for the DX7. Again, this was another cheeky bid on eBay, and up came the Sustain card. Although, having said that, I did a cheeky bid on eBay, and I got the whole thing for, I think it wasn't expensive, it was about $50. And of course, because it came from the US, and it came in, I got then charged another £18, I think I got charged for this for customs clearance. So, yeah, just one of those things. You just have to be aware when you buy things from the US. Customs will get you before they deliver your goods. So yeah, £18 customs clearance. Of which, this is the annoying thing, is it was £10 for custom clearance and £8 for the courier to actually do the paperwork for the customs clearance. Yeah, okay. So anyway, I've been trying to get that into the keyboard all week, and so far I've failed miserably. I'm not going to get into the keyboard this afternoon because I'm just about to go and sit and watch the Silverstone Grand Prix, and then I'm going to a friend's for barbecue. So that's the end of today. gone pretty much. So that's why this is short and sweet today. Other than that, not a lot else to tell anybody. Got a few things to do this week. The studio will look a little bit different next week by the time you see it, because I'm going to now swap the Crony back to there and the Jupiter back to there, and I'm going to move this rack that way a bit. Might do some other stuff as well, I'm not sure at the moment. It sort of depends on how I feel. Other than that, I think we are done. Look, the sun's gone in again. So it's going to rain again. Should make an interesting Silverstone Grand Prix. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Bye bye.